You might have seen the glossy brochures showcasing paradise on water, or perhaps daydreamed about embarking on a voyage across the open seas. However, there's a murkier side to these floating palaces that the advertisements won't show you, and it's going to shock you. Dive deep with us as we unveil the shadowy secrets of the cruise ship industry. Imagine the scene. You're lounging on the deck, a cool breeze wafts by, and there's nothing but blue stretching as far as the eye can see. It's pure bliss. But just below the surface, a different story is unfolding. A story that concerns not just the environment, but the very planet we call home. Have you ever thought about what happens to the waste produced by thousands of passengers aboard these massive ships? Cruise ships, despite being small in comparison to the vastness of the oceans, leave behind a gigantic environmental footprint. Every day, a single ship can produce and dump over 21,000 gallons of sewage into the ocean. Our beautiful water is tainted by waste, threatening the marine life. But that's not all. The sooty exhaust being spewed from these massive ships isn't just regular smoke. It's a deadly blend of pollutants, including sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides, which are known for causing brutal respiratory diseases and aggravating climate change. But it gets worse. Cruise ships can emit the same amount of particulate matter as 1 million cars daily. Let that sink in. Did you know that the ship's sparkling, gleaming exterior could be hiding something toxic? Cruise ships often use a type of paint known as anti-fouling paint to prevent marine organisms like algae and barnacles from attaching to their hulls. While it keeps the ship looking smart, this paint releases hazardous chemicals into the water, harming aquatic life and disrupting the marine ecosystem. But that's just for looks. What about operational costs? The staggering amount of resources needed to keep a cruise ship operational is alarming. From the fresh water to the vast amount of food required to feed thousands, these ships are a testament to overindulgence. They are, in essence, floating cities, demanding resources at an unsustainable rate. And here's the jaw-dropper. A cruise passenger's carbon footprint triples when they step aboard, compared to their everyday life on land. A week-long cruise can consume around 80,000 gallons of water and 250,000 gallons of fuel. That's a lot of fuel being burned into the atmosphere. But there's another quiet issue, one that many overlook. When these ships dock, passengers flood into local communities, overwhelming small towns and degrading cultural sites. The rapid influx of tourists can stress local infrastructures and lead to cultural erosion. Yet, the economic benefits promised to these communities often fall short of expectations. Much of the revenue returns to the cruise companies, leaving locals with the strain, but not the gain. The revelation of these truths might make you question the next family vacation or group getaway. But not all hope is lost. As awareness grows, so does the push for change. Some cruise liners have already started investing in advanced sewage treatment plants, reducing single-use plastics, and even exploring hybrid engines to cut down on emissions. Travelers too can play their part by choosing eco-friendly cruises and being responsible tourists. While the allure of cruise ships is undeniable, it's essential to see beyond the glitz and glamour. By understanding the real cost of these voyages, we can steer toward a future where holidays don't come at the expense of our planet. After all, if we want those pristine ocean views to remain for future generations, we need to act now. Will you be a part of the change?